Okay, welcome to Literally Books, the podcast where we read literally anything because it shouldn't be a saga to find your next favorite read. I am Bartholomew, aka Lindsay.
I'm Magda. I cannot say Bartholomew. I see
You
that.
did it so well.
I have a accent impediment that prevents me from saying it. So we're just gonna go with Barty. That's kind of what your husband told me to say.
Bartholomew and Barty.
There you go. That's who we are today.
This will not be funny if you have not read the book. Have any of you not read the book? Does anyone want to be brave enough? Okay, well, I know you two didn't read it.
The husbands.
Well, there's going to be a lot of jokes you do not understand, and we are going to 100% spoil it for you tonight. But that's okay. It'll still be a good time.
Yes.
Okay. Firstly, we just want to say thank you to Lark and Owl, all the wonderful people that work here, to Jane and to Julia for having us, and thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. We are so excited to be here. We love this store. Mm-hmm. We love all of you. We know a lot of you, and we're just...
Yeah, thank you guys.
Happy.
Listen, and we know that the Silvia Moreno Garcia event's happening right now. So I did reach out to her and I asked her to send you guys a little bit of a message just to kind of say thank you for coming. So let me read that. Just kidding, she didn't respond. But I did try. I did try.
That was a late night DM, yes.
Yeah. Some gummies might have been involved when I DM'd her, so just saying.
Gummy bears?
Yeah,
yes.
Gummy bears, yes.
Yes.
Gummy bears.
Okay, but to start us out like we always do, Magda, what are you reading?
Okay, so have any of you read The Briar Club by Kate Quinn? Oh my gosh, if you guys like historical fiction that follows women in their 1950s and it's kind of like the modern women in Washington, D.C., you guys are going to love this book. It's a found family story and it has a little bit of a murder mystery going on, and it is a fun read, totally recommended. I am a big sucker for historical fiction, so I think it's a good one. I think you guys should give it a shot. It's really good. If you like Kristen Hanna, this is the type of book that you guys will love. What about you?
A historical fiction.
I do love a historical fiction.
And I love a depressing multi-POV. And so I'm reading The Girls Who Grew Big by Leila Mottley. If you don't know her, she is like a child prodigy. She's literally 23 years old, and she was the youngest poet laureate ever. She was 16, which is really disturbing to me because I'm like literally double her age almost. And so The Girls Who Grew Big is a multi-POV about young mothers who grow up together in Florida, and it just sort of interweaves each one of their stories. It's so well written. It's like one of the most poetic books I've read in a really long time. She does such a good job of explaining like the lived experience of young women and how we sort of push them to the edges of society. It's just really, really beautiful. And then to balance that out, because it's so depressing, I started Hunger Games for the very first time.
Oh, because that's not depressing. Yeah.
I mean, it's like murder but fun, you know?
I mean, the trauma that I went through with that trilogy in my 20s,
it's been a really long time since I've seen the movies, so I have no idea what ride I've gotten myself on.
Something light and breezy, like Hunger Games.
Light and breezy,
it's fine.
I mean, it's light and breezy for me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, on that note, should we get into our primary discussion, what you all came here for, The Knight and the Moth?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so Bartholomew, before we begin our conversation, we're going to give you all a quick summary because even though most of you have read it, all of you have not. And in case it's been a minute, we want to give you a quick reminder. And then because it'd be super boring to go point by point, we've split this into 3 distinct sections that we've tied thematically. So we have the Diviners section, the Knights section, and then the Omens section. And at the end of each section, one of you, if not more of you, are going to come up and play a game for a prize. Yeah. I can see the excitement written on your face, Chanel, and I think you've just volunteered yourself.
We're calling it the Splash Zone. It's going to be great.
That's really overselling what we're doing with the games, but none of you will be wet if you've done this correctly. But
no blood or saliva will be involved in this, I promise.
I don't know. We'll see.
Just thematically.
Okay, I'm not making promises.
Just thematically.
Yeah. Okay, should we start with the summary now that we've started this completely unhinged?
All right, so we start the book with to tell a story is in some part to tell a lie, isn't it?
And then we move to the cathedral. The reader is introduced to the 6 diviners who are fed the blood of people who visit Ashland Cathedral and then drowned in the magical Ashland Spring to read various omens and predict their future. The omens include the coin, the inkwell. You said you didn't know what an inkwell was, and then I said it wrong. The stone or the chime, the loom, and finally the moth.
The escape. When the king comes to Okay, guys, I don't know if you'll had the same issue, but the Gaelic words in here are going to be a problem. So,
Ashling.
thank you.
Yes.
I just want to say A-sling. I'm
yeah.
like A-sling. So thank you. I feel seen now. Okay, so I will do my best here because I did read the book and I didn't do the audiobook, so hang in there. All right, so the escape. When the king comes to Ashling Cathedral, Sis is asked to divine the king's future, aka Benji, and during the visit, we meet Maud and Rory, aka Mendacious, who are his loyal knights and advisors. After Six sees bad premonitions ahead, the diviners begin to disappear. Six sets a plan to escape and tries to find them. With Rory and Maud's help, Six leaves Ashlyn's Cathedral with her bat-like gargoyle in tow.
Now we have our journey to the Omens. While traveling with Rory, Maud, and Benji, Six learns that they are following in Benji's grandfather's footsteps by trying to overthrow the Omens and take up the mantle. They must battle each Omen to earn their magical object. We'll talk about each one of these later on. But now we have our knight's journey. We have our beautiful Six. We have our missing girls. We have high stakes.
Yes. You know, and I have a question. When you were reading the book, did you keep referring to Six as Six or Sybil? 'Cause I kept calling her Six the whole way through, even after learning her name.
I did too, and I think because many of you probably won't get this reference, but I'm of the Blossom generation, and Six was Blossom's best friend, and she was very cool. Okay. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I just call her Six because that's how it was introduced to me.
Like, I think Sybil is a downgrade.
Yeah.
From Six.
Although we'll find out the origin of what Sybil means later, so that's kind of fun.
Okay. All right. Let's get into our diviners. Shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So we have a group of 6. I think we kind of gave it away with the number 6 earlier, that's Sybil's name. So all of them are just kind of go by numbers, which is kind of sad, and I think that's the whole purpose of them. I think our evil person here wants to just kind of take away their personality from our girls, and you just refer them to as numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
But they do have, I think, unique personalities. You and I have different thoughts on this.
They do, but go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I feel like 1 is the mother. She's the eldest daughter of the group. 4 is your problematic middle child, you know, like she's gonna cause a ruckus. She's definitely sneaking out at night, rolling around in the grass with various knights.
A lay.
Yes. And then the other ones, unfortunately, in a group of 6 sort of fade away.
And I think that was my main concern. The other ones were that was the true middle childs were the other ones because you just forgot about it.
When they disappeared, you're like, it's like that girl in The Bachelorette that shows up episode 20 and you're like, who are you? I have not seen you before.
Where did you come from?
Yeah,
that's kind of how I felt about 3, 5. What other number am I missing? 2. Thank
2,
you.
Yeah,
See,
don't even know. Can't even count anymore. Yeah.
See, that's the one thing because I found their relationship between them was so beautiful and they had such a family feeling to them. And I wanted to learn more about them. And I was a little sad. Spoilers ahead, so please beware. I'm about to start jumping around, which I do this. So, the sisters die, right? So they don't come back. And I was really sad about it. But I wanted to learn more about that sisterhood and all the things that they went through. And I wish we would have spent a little bit more time diving into their backstory. I get that this is a duology, so maybe that's why we kind of rushed through some of the things. But I wanted to know more about the diviners. So I find it a little bit hard for me to identify which one is the one that I relate to the most. Because I don't know them.
I relate to 1.
Which
Moving
one?
on.
To 1?
Yeah, the eldest one. The one that's I don't want to break the rules. Maybe 6 in that way, too.
Yeah, because 6 was the rule follower, right? So she was, that's why she
was
was a
favorite.
rule.
I do love to follow a rule. Yeah. Well, and I think even though you don't get necessarily individual personalities, I think one of the things that really made me so happy about this book is that I love a female friendship theme, and they complete each other. They don't really have individual identities, but as a group, they are a very strong identity. They push each other through their days. You don't really. They're one part of a whole, you know.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite scenes is when they sneak out of it and they go with the knights to this park and then they dance. I don't think they get naked, but almost in front of the fire thing, and they just kind of start dancing, and then they smoke.
That part, Magda. You're they were.
I just
what
imagined
were you reading
them?
at the same time you were reading this book.
I was imagining them
just
dancing around, kind of high because they were smoking a little bit of the idleweed or whatever, idleweed, and which is that was real, right? That's a full metaphor for weed, anyways. Yeah. And then. It was kind of nice because I think that kind of opened them up, and that was my favorite thing when they were coming back. And 3 actually says, this is what we should be doing. Lie in bed, smoke, drink, eat, and do absolutely nothing. And then 4 says, and when we need money, we'll work, and we get bored, we'll play with knights or whomever we please, but we'll never give them anything because we'll only love one another. And it's like that relationship between them that was so beautiful, and I wanted to see more of that.
I also think it's just really rare in a like, especially, like, we would call this a romantasy in some ways, but typically the romantasy is driven by the 2 main characters, the female main character and the male main character in this book. And I think what's so beautiful about this is, like, the plot device to move it forward is the friendships between the girls. It really has nothing to do. Like, we have Rory who comes in later, and we will definitely be talking about those romance scenes. But, like, nobody really cares about Rory, really. He's not important for the plot until about midway through.
I think it's just like a friendship-driven story, but from different points. You have the girlfriends and the sisters. We have the gargoyles friendship. We have the friendship between Benji, Maud, and Rory.
That's so true. I didn't even think
think
about
it's
that.
like more of the story is being driven by the different friendships and things that we're seeing between them. So I kind of agree with your point of view that it's a different take on romantasy, really. And I don't really want to call it that because it doesn't give its fair view to what it's really doing to the friendships in the book.
I agree. And of course, we
And we're
can't
done.
leave out our. Yeah, thank you. The podcast is over
Thank
now.
you.
No, and of course we have Bartholomew, like the best friend of all time,
Yeah.
our bat-like gargoyle.
I am a sucker for a sidekick that doesn't speak in like coherent English because I can relate to that. So I'm like, I'm
You
here.
are not the sidekick,
Okay.
but yes.
So I just love it. It was like he was the main character of this book, honestly, right? Can we agree? Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I loved him. He was just like our moral, silly compass of the book, I think.
Yeah,
That's
and
kinda
he
how I
starts
see
us
him.
out. He is the
Yes.
first part of the book. He is who introduces us, which I really think sets the tone for the rest of the book. So.
Agreed. Can I call something out? I don't know if you guys found this weird when we were being introduced to the sisters, kind of taking it back to them.
Yeah.
They never wore shoes. Did anybody found this kind of weird? Because if I walk like barefoot in my house and I just kind of trip a little bit, I'm like, I'm in agony. And they were just like, we're fighting in this. We're just doing all the things.
Okay, I don't have a lot of complaints about this book. The no shoes thing was a real deal breaker. I found that very tough. I was
Not
like,
the blood drinking?
Put on, no. Look, a little attitude, it's fine. Blood drinking, totally fine. No shoes, disgusting.
Yeah,
I
that's-
don't understand why she can't put those freaking boots on.
Listen, my husband is here. He will tell you that I have froggy feet because they're very soft and and they sweat a lot. He is. Yeah, he's dying back there. But it's true. I have very soft feet. If anybody's looking for feet pics. But anyways,
Look,
I
if this
don't know.
podcast
It's
doesn't
weird.
go well, like, we'll take what we can get.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, the no shoe thing was a little bit harsh for sure because I like soft feet. I can't imagine how. It's a working foot.
It really plays into your like idea of the sisters being like a coven, like they're dancing naked around a fire with no shoes on. That's how you're imagining
That's
them.
exactly
Yeah.
what I see. But the thing that I did love, and I think Sybil or Six calls this out, is how freeing they are around their period. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, they were just like, hey, we have our period, we're just gonna walk around and then just bleed all over. And I'm like, you know what? That's refreshing. That's
was
kind of nice.
refreshing.
Yes. Like, we're just cool with it.
No, that's a hard no from some of you. I can see like
I'm
massive
no.
head shakes. Okay, I liked it.
I thought it was pretty refreshing. I think it's like, it's not putting like our world's like convictions and settings into the book, which I really loved. And it's not being like, it's not a shameful thing, which, you know, sometimes that can be in our real world, which is kind of sad.
We love a casual period reference.
We love
That's
it.
what
We
we're
love
getting
it.
at.
I'm telling you, this was going to be a bloody episode.
Drinking blood, fine. Period blood, great.
Yeah, it's fine.
No
it's
shoes,
fine.
disgusting. Get away from
yeah,
us.
please.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Anything else around the sisterhoods that we want to chat about?
No. Is there? Are we
I don't
missing
know. Are we
anything?
missing? What are we
Shout it
missing?
out. Is there anything else we're missing about the sisterhood that we must talk about?
No.
No. Okay.
I think that one thing, I just saw it
Okay.
on my notes. Did you guys find it weird that for people that kept drowning, they never learned how to swim? No? That was kind of weird.
They weren't really alive anymore.
I guess that's a good point. They were
Maybe
not
it's like
really
a
alive.
stone thing too, you know? Like
Yeah.
stones don't really float and they're like turning into stone.
And they just kinda sink.
That's a real plot spoiler right there, but
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I just thought, I'm like, girl, you should have learned how to swim if you just kind of kept
or just
being
like
drowned.
a casual. I honestly
A little paddle
this is
dog
my hot take for this
situation. That's
episode.
all.
I don't understand how people don't know how to swim. You just like lift you fill up your lungs and lay there.
Yeah.
Like babies can do it.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
there
I
you
don't
go.
mean like
Yeah.
like a butterfly, but like
Exactly.
a float. I feel like is
Yeah, necessary, but
yeah.
okay.
Otherwise, why does the abbess need to hold her underwater? She should just be able to get in and go down.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Ooh, that's a plot hole right there.
Okay,
Anyways.
we didn't. Okay, back to the diviners. There's one
Okay.
more thing we have to talk about, which is the abbess. Just
Yes.
generally.
What a bitch.
What a bitch! And even like, I love that Bartholomew was like, I do find her to be quite a bitch.
Yeah, and that's
And
true.
it made it seem like that's such a classy way to call
Yeah.
someone.
No, she was capital B bitch.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
you
it was.
know, I feel like you know that she's our primary foe because at the very beginning, when the diviners are starting to disappear, the thing that she says to Six is like, yeah, you were overly like accommodating to them and they actually don't love you that much and that's probably why they left. And you're like, oh, you evil woman. You're like breaking apart this beautiful, lovely friendship that they have.
I know, it was so sad. And, like,
Yeah.
and she would see how much suffering like this was causing to Six and Sybil,
I know.
or Sybil, and she was just like, oh, no, they just ran away. They wanted to be away from you. That's probably what happened. I was like, oh, that's
I
so
want to see
sad.
votes at the end of this about who you all think is the biggest villain in this book.
Oh, ooh, the Abbess,
Is
right?
it the Abbess?
Could Benji be in the running, maybe?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh,
We're gonna have to talk about this. Let's put a pin on
we'll get to
that.
that later.
So maybe that could be a good gateway for like our first game, maybe?
Let's do our first game. Yes. Magda, introduce us.
All right, so we are going to be doing a game called Divine Your Future. So our first guest, if we have a volunteer, it should be easy.
Yes!
All right. So our husband number 1 is gonna give you
Our paid production assistant,
yes,
Magda.
please. Thank you. Sorry.
Yes.
And then you're gonna put that on around your forehead, and then we're gonna have another husband or the same.
Don't look at
number
it. Don't
2.
show her. Don't show her.
Don't show her what it is. There's going to be a little character name put on top of her forehead.
Can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay.
So the goal is that she's gonna be asking you guys, the audience, a couple questions, and she's gonna have to guess the character in the book.
This is our version of 20 questions. You get 1 question, 1 response. You all yell out the answer. You get a prize for this, whether or not you get the answer right, but it's
Yes.
much more exciting for the listeners if you do. So
No pressure.
Okay.
Is it a male character?
No.
It is a female character, maybe.
Is she under the age of 30?
No.
She is over 30.
Is it Moth?
Yes!
All right.
Good job!
Wow, that was a quick game. Good job. Good job.
Good job. You did it.
Literally was in her book. That's my age.
That's a good age. She's 31.
Yeah, we love a good representation.
Look,
right.
yes,
Listen.
we love a female main character or even a female side character that is not 21 years old.
Please.
Yes.
Yes.
So-
Oh, and you get a little prize.
Yes.
So pick your
Pick
little
something out of the
prize.
green bags or the black and white bag, whatever is most exciting and appealing to you.
Out of it? Or
Oh no,
No,
it's
no,
just,
just
it's
take
for
it,
you.
just take
for you
it.
to take. You can pick whatever. We're not.
look at it? Or
Sure.
you'll
Yeah.
check
Or
whatever
not.
you want.
Whatever. Yeah. There's strict rules around it. We're not going to take it
she's gonna-
back if you see it.
Yeah, depends. I feel bad. It's my present.
All right. Thank you for participating.
Thank you so much. Okay. With that, we move on to our knights.
All right, we're going to the knights. What do we want to say about the knights?
I look, it's tough because they're mostly men, and no offense, they're just not as interesting.
Yeah, Maud was interesting though. She was the badass.
That's true. That's true. There are
Maud,
exceptions to every rule.
You know, Maud was the badass. She was the mom of like the knights, I guess, in a way, just the entire book. But she was just so self-assured of herself. She was the one that kept giving advice to everybody. So that was my favorite knight was Maud.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else to say
about that,
But
yes.
here's the other thing I think that's interesting. So we meet our knights pretty early on in the book, and they are true, like, as they would say in Love Island, toy boys. Like, there is...
Yes.
They are merely there for entertainment, and they're kind of buttheads, every last one of them.
Yeah. I feel like they're more like F-boys, but it's okay.
Well, I didn't want to say that. I was trying to use, like, the nice Britishisms.
Oh, it's my Spanish as a first language. I just
Yes.
go straight to it. But here, like I think what I found kind of weird is that like the fascination that they had with the diviners, and like they just wanted to just like continue to like kiss them and like just admire them so much. But it was this admiration of like the only thing that I can potentially compare this to is like people that have this parasocial relationships with like celebrities, and they just want to like kiss them and hold them and everything in a creepy, weird way. That's kind of the vibe that I got from a lot of these nights.
You're absolutely right. And one of my favorite scenes that Rachel Gillig writes in the book is when Six is like, fine, yeah, I'm going to like mess around with, what's our guy's name? I don't even. Hamlin. Oh, what a perfect Hamlin. Rhymes with another name of a man we don't like. That's Hamlin for all you non-Akatar people.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, we're going to have a good time and make Rory jealous. And then she's like, you know what? Nah. I like really loved that. I love that she was like, I'm actually done with you. You don't seem like you would be good at this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and change my mind.
Yeah, I did love her about, and she was like so self-assured, and even for the little experience that she had sexually, because I mean, you know, she did like sleep around
She's not
with,
a 4.
2 people. She's not a
4
4.
is getting around every night that there is.
Yeah,
yes.
that's true. She's not a 4, but with the little experience that she had, she knew what she wanted, and she knew how to get it by herself, but she knew how to get it.
She knew what she didn't want, which is like she didn't have,
Yeah.
She didn't have a lot of great experiences beforehand.
So did anybody pick up on Benji pretty early on that he, no.
Wow.
Okay. I kind of did a little bit because he was a little weird. He kept staring at Sybil kind of weird. Yeah, but.
He's a 17-year-old boy though. So.
I guess. Yeah. And you know what, like, I guess he's 17, and maybe that's why we need to have like age requirements to become like run for politics or something. You know, be above 20 or
Even
something.
in our inherited titles, we want them. Yeah.
He shouldn't be. That's why they call him
He's
the
our
Boy King.
Joffrey.
He is our Joffrey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's a good. Yeah.
Selected by the knights. They picked him to be king.
That's true.
That's true.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that
And
is-
which tells you, like, our knights are not operating on all cylinders, I don't think.
Yeah, they are toy boys, like we said.
They are toy boys. Yeah, exactly right. Okay, what else do we want to say about our knights? What are we missing here?
So I'm sure if you guys read the book, we know that the knights are pretty much made with like a lot of connections from family, and they have to be rich and all of these things. For the exception of Rory, of course, which we kind of later learned that he was like a special character.
You know, because he has 3 earrings, Magda.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the earrings. That's kind of hot.
He's a rebel.
Oh,
3 gold earrings and a smoky eye is a bold
Charcoal
choice
eyes.
for a man in power.
Insane. I mean, he is blonde, so you kind of have to make up with it.
Is he blonde? He's
I
not
think he's
blonde.
blonde, right?
Take that back. He is not. No, he's
I
dark
thought he
hair.
was blonde, but how did I write this? I hope
I
not.
hope not. I'm sorry, Justin. Blondes are a look.
I don't know where I read that he was blonde, but he had like the charcoal eyes and kind of like.
He definitely has dark hair. We're changing that, even
Okay,
if that's
let's
not
go
the
with
case.
that.
Yes. And now our boy Benji is blonde. Benji is a
Oh,
blonde.
maybe it was Benji, the
Yeah,
one that was
yeah.
blonde. That should have been the first clue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's it. Yeah,
exactly
that
right.
makes more sense.
17, blonde. I don't know. This not history has not said good things about. I'm
Let's
just
talk
kidding.
a little bit
I'm
about
just
the
kidding.
romance then. Let's talk about Rory and Sybil, or Six. What did you think about that? It's a slow burn, I think. I would consider
it's a
that.
slow burn.
Yeah.
Um,
I would not say enemies to lovers. I think it was just like kind of stuck together to romance. For proximity, that's it. That's kind of what it is. Yes. Yeah.
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
here's what I'll say about the romance. And the only reason I'm on board with it, otherwise I wouldn't have cared for one single solitary second, is that he like does things for her.
Oh.
And everybody loves an act of service.
Yes.
Like we know he's like giving her massages when she's sore. He's like fitting her armor.
I mean,
That wax scene, yes, okay.
I mean, the moment that kind of made me sweat the most was when they were in the hot springs, and then she was like imagining like it's like if he were to bite me, like she would know like the bite mark, and I was just like, that sounds weird. But when I was reading it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like what is happening here? And then they just stepped away and then got out. He stayed in the spring because obvious reasons, and then like
I did
she
like
went
that
away.
too. I did like that he was like, I'm gonna need a minute.
Yeah,
That
goodbye.
felt like a gratuitous detail, and I
Yeah.
loved it.
But I love that he did take care of her.
Do you feel like you were on board with them?
Yeah, I think so. I think they seem like they come from, I don't want to say similar backgrounds, but they have like
No, they
troubled
do.
childhoods.
Yeah, they
I
both come
think.
from the foundling houses.
So, yes, I think they understood, and I felt really bad. And as soon as they were kind of starting to plan their future, I'm like, oh, your poor soul, something's gonna happen here. And that was like another big hint that something bad was about to come.
Anytime they plan their future midway through the book, you know, like
they're like, ooh, this is not good. You guys are too happy right now. We have 100 pages left.
Yeah.
Why are there 100 pages left?
you should still be fighting at this point if there's any chance that you're gonna come out of this alive.
Exactly. All right. Anything else that we miss about the Knights?
I mean, there's a lot about the Knights, but like,
romance.
not really. Like the Knights are okay. I think the Knights are boring. The Knights are the way to get to the individual areas, the individual, what do we call them? Shires? I don't know. I feel like they are shires. No, I'm just kidding. Hamlets. Yeah.
Hamlets.
Did you have a favorite Hamlet? Like if you had to live in one of the Hamlets?
Oh, probably the last one where the what's it called?
The Heartthrower Weaver?
That seemed like such a peaceful place. Everybody seemed so happy and great. I kind of want to, that one would be my place.
I'm going to the Faithful Forester because I did like that they're all
the
like...
sprites?
And the weed.
And the weed, that's
yes.
true. The weed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Okay, so we didn't talk about this, but you bring it up, and I think we should bring it up. One of my favorite parts about the Knights is that as they're traveling through each one of these hamlets, they're attacked at various points by different kinds of sprites who have various forms. I really love that. I want some kind of television version of this because I want to see what each one of them looks like.
Yes.
And I think that it's so interesting. Again, like Rachel Gillig does a lot of like romantic tropes and then kind of like turns them on their side. And usually you just be like, oh, these are demons. Like we have to fight them. But instead, at every turn, you see Six really like reach for her empathy and say, like, I feel bad for them. They're attacking us because they're starving.
Exactly. And I think it just, to me, the way that I read it, because it was the Knights and everything that were kind of attacking the sprites. And it just feels like a cycle, right? Like, the Knights are supposedly trying to protect the people, but they're also kind of messing up with the sprites. But then we also have the Abbess kind of messing up with the diviners. I don't know. It just feels like a circle of people attacking each other without really knowing. That's kind of like the vibe that I got.
Everything is a little bit off. And I think
Yes.
it's very interesting that as you're reading the book, you're like, I'm not really sure who I'm rooting for here. I'm rooting for Six for sure.
Yeah. And that's
I
it.
don't know if I'm definitely not rooting for the Knights. I'm definitely not rooting for the Omens.
I'm just rooting for Six and the gargoyle. Bartholomew.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it.
Bartholomew
As long
forever.
Listen, she better not kill him because I will have a heart attack. I will die. Right? Like, that would be really sad. I hope she doesn't do that. I mean, she did kill the diviner, so I
She
don't know.
better put that chisel to work and like fashion him a new, slightly tinier wing.
Yeah.
And then keep going.
Kind of like, oh, I was going to make a reference, but I can't remember the name. This terrible.
See, this is the point if we were actually filming the podcast that we would gently pause.
Like, let's Google
and then
real quick.
Google it and then come back. That's my biggest fear about tonight is like we look so put together while we're like maniacally Googling in the background. And here you just have to deal with us blathering on while we get from one point to the next.
Exactly. Oh, well, what I was thinking was from the thing of the galaxy from the Marvel show. See, this is how my brain works, which doesn't really work. You know what? I'm just going to skip that. You guys need to know about
Are you
this.
thinking of like that Fox character?
No, the
I know
little tree
nothing
that
about
grows.
Marvel.
I was thinking like the garden.
Groot!
Thank you.
Groot!
See, this is why we need an audience every time that we record.
What is it called in Lord of the Rings? I know you know this. The Ents. Yes.
See, there you go. Marvel and the Lord of the Rings coming together.
/ the Knight and the Moth. Classic trio right there.
Lark and Owl Books, building bridges. I love it.
Yeah, so I mean, there's not really much to say about the Knights, except for one, it makes me crazy that they're always freaking late. They're never where they're supposed to be.
Oh yeah, that's a good call out.
They're never in any of the things. And I also thought it was so interesting in terms of like not knowing who to root for, that Benji's job in all of this is basically just like to supplicate and embarrass himself in every single Hamlet that he attends. That is a weird thing to see for a king to do. Like I've never seen a king have less power in a book.
And that's exactly why I think that should have been a big clue that something was going to
He's a
happen.
dick. They're like, the universe is like, no.
Yeah, why would you be like, you know, going through all of this without like a really big like outcome that you want to like pursue?
No, you're right.
So,
and they're trying to use the grandfather, you know, as we
Yes.
know, his grandfather had basically tried to start taking up the mantle and was charged with heresy and killed. I thought that was a really interesting way to sort of talk. You know, we've talked about this before. Rachel Gillig does sort of weave in ideals of religion, but like not our traditional religions. She does this in the Shepherd King duology as
Yes.
well. And she does such a good job of saying like, here is the value of this, right? Like it's interesting to see how the Omens have these like very unique values and morals associated with them. We have money, we have the power of writing history, we have the power of industry. And like some of those are really good. Some of those residents are like super happy. But then we also see like to a point.
Yeah.
To a point. Everything in balance.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where when we start talking about the omens here in a little bit. Like,
Yes.
I think there's a place and a time for some of these things, and obviously some of these things went awry. But do we want to play another game and wrap it up with the Knights or anything else?
What did we miss? What do we want to talk about when we talk about... We're going to talk about the Omens next, and we'll get into all the battles and things like that. Again, the Knights?
Meh.
I don't know. Okay, I did say this. Even though she's a terrible human being, Hamlin's mom, Avis, I kind of respected her.
You did?
Kind of. She was like terrible, but she was very powerful.
You know,
I liked that.
I do respect an evil woman in a book.
Yeah.
It's like I like this equity situation that we're seeing.
Like,
It's
we
like
have
more
enough like
Yeah.
douchey lords. I
Yeah.
like that she was like...
breaking that glass ceiling of being an evil
Yeah,
bitch. I love it.
exactly right.
Yes.
I did imagine her like caressing Hamlin's face at night, though. You know, he like definitely seemed like someone who was like still like snuggling at her bed. You know.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking
No,
about
but it's
drinking
true.
blood. This book, we're going creepy.
Might as
on
well go
every-
for it.
Okay. I think that wraps it up for our night's conversation, which means we are coming to our next game. Are you all ready?
You ready? We need how many?
We need 2 participants for this game, and this game is called War, Faith, and Love, which of course is the values of the knights in this, which is our version of rock, paper, scissors. So we have war, which is rock, paper, which is faith, and love, which is scissors. And don't delve too deep on why I picked that. And
I love that. Like, there was a sigh of relief as soon as you said rock, paper, scissors, because they were like, are we going to have to fight?
yeah, we brought swords, and it's to the death. I am reading the Hunger Games, and I took a tart.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did consider bringing inflatable swords, but
We did.
Yeah,
We looked.
were like, maybe that's not
But
a
then
good
we're like,
idea.
that seems like a liability for Lark and Owl, so we changed our minds.
They will never invite us
Look,
back.
in the parking lot afterwards.
Yes, like, after the podcast incident, that was it.
Yeah, that was the last time they ever heard from us.
Yeah. All
Okay, 2 people who want to, it'll be 2 rounds, so it'll be best of 3. And you get a prize.
Yeah, to whoever is the winner.
I don't need to have read the book. Sorry.
No, you don't need to read the book. No,
yes,
you don't.
okay.
All right, we got her too.
All right,
We got
Mirko,
it.
can you be our judge to make sure that they're not like sneakily doing a half paper, half rock situation? We're gonna go right
Over
here by
there.
this easel. Okay, and I'm gonna yell out, we're gonna all yell out. What is it again? I literally just wrote this down. War, faith, love, shoot! And then you go.
Are we just doing rock?
It's just rock, paper, scissors.
I'll translate.
We just,
Do you guys want to interpret it? You can do whatever signals that you want.
I was like, are there different symbols?
no.
No, same
Just rock, paper,
symbols. We'll
scissors.
interpret. Okay, are you all ready? We're gonna see if we can do this together.
What is it?
War, faith, love, shoot.
Okay, one.
Okay, our winner is what I don't remember. Oh, love. Love is our winner. Isn't that great? Round 1 goes to Danny. Okay, round 2. War, faith, love, shoot. Wow,
we have a
interesting.
tie.
Paper goes to Faith. Our Faith wins. Last one. War, faith, love, shoot.
Ooh,
Okay,
we have a
Faith
winner.
wins. Thank you guys.
And come grab your prize, whichever you would like.
One of them is a magic 8-ball, and the other one is a
mug.
cup with a moth on it and chocolate and bookmarks. Of course.
All right.
Why would you not?
Yeah. You gotta divine your future
Yeah.
somehow.
You'll be joining us at the end of the podcast, and everyone will line up, and that will be the end of it. Okay. We move to the Omens.
We'll go to the Omens.
We move to the Omens. Okay. We talked about this a little bit, but one of my favorite things about the Omens is I do think they do a good job of like, not only, there's so many, this is my favorite thing about Rachel Gillig. I'm just like gushing right now. She writes really simple magic systems, and everything has like its counterpart. It's like when you're learning something in a test and you're like, okay, I'm going to relate these 2 things together. So we have the Hamlets, we have the Omens, we have the 6 little things. I don't know what we're calling them. The Omens.
The Omens,
Yeah. The
yeah.
Omens, the people, the Omens, the things.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to remember.
Yes.
I wish, like, I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed trying to remember things. Do you guys agree? I felt the same way in the Shepherd King duology.
Are you guys nervous though? Because we just finished the book. Once the book ends, like all the omens are there, and you're like, okay, so now what do
where
we
are we
do?
going?
Like, what do we do? Is there gonna be like, But do you think that's it? Because I feel like then we have to bring in the magic system into the works.
We're gonna get to our. Well, let's not
Our
rush too
theories.
far into our theories.
Yes, our theories.
I hate that theory, Janelle, but I don't think it's wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I just don't like it.
Well, if it means anything, we did do a little bit of. I want to say
Magda, I didn't do one single thing for this.
I was gonna say I did a little bit of Googling, but I feel like it's gonna age me. I should say ChatGPT.
We researched thoroughly.
Yeah.
We went to text. We went to the library.
Yeah. It was just literally Wikipedia, but it's okay. Wikipedia is the best place. So Sibyl means oracle in Greek. If you guys, that was kind of interesting. So I think everything makes more sense now. And then Rory means red king in Gaelic. Just if that kind of tells us anything about where their journey might be going. So
where are we going?
I don't know. I got lost now. Just
no,
kidding.
I mean, I didn't mean in the podcast. I meant like, where's the story going?
Oh, okay. You just kept repeating it. I'm like,
I'm here. It's 6 pages telling us where we're going. Yes, and I think most of the. First of all, okay, what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Okay, I think it's gonna be the Heartweaver one. Heartweaver?
Heartsoreweaver.
Heartsoreweaver. I think it's just because I think at the end of it, she just seemed more like she was just over the whole thing. And like I love at the end of it too, like she told Sybil, and I think I actually wrote it down. See? And it's when like she actually says that like when I get all the bodies from the diviners, she lays them out at sea because that's the only burial that she can offer, and it's the way of honoring their kind of, I don't want to call it a sacrifice, but just like everything that they've been gone through. So I really appreciated that. And I know that she was probably pretty evil before, I get that, but like at least she changed her mind. I don't know. I feel like you need to have a little bit of evil in you to kind of want that type of power with you all the time that is going to potentially corrupt you.
Yeah, wanting power, super evil.
Yeah. That's why I'm never going to be an evil bitch in a book.
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
Who was your favorite?
Well, I think my favorite, I think it was the Oarsman.
Oh.
I think it was the Oarsman, again, because I'm reading The Hunger Games right now, and it really felt like a Hunger Games moment, but also I think it's the moment where, like, the most changes in the book. We start to see her and Rory really come together, and she loses her shroud, which is, like, one of the quintessential moments in the book. We start to see, like, I feel like it's the moment when Six becomes Sybil. It's the moment where Rory and Sybil start to cement their relationship. He's like getting her ready for the battle right beforehand. He's apparently cleaning up her period blood. He gives her a fake shroud. I know I'm gonna really gross you guys out. I keep saying it. I can see you all wincing, and it just makes you want to do it more. I don't know. I like it. I don't really care about the Oarsmen that much, but.
So you liked it because of the consequences of what kind of led to, not because of the actual Omen.
I also think if they were adapting it, I think it would be the most interesting of the Omens to watch.
Okay, I can see that.
But I also want to be like, what a lame weapon.
An orb.
An orb?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you do with that? I don't know.
Like an inkwell seems like kind of powerful, and like a chime is like kind of fun.
Yeah.
A loom, you can like make cool stuff, but like an orb, I don't know.
I'll be kind of honest. I found sometimes that like their power was a little bit hard for me to read, and I had to read often to kind of try to match the power to what they were trying to do on the coins. So I did kind of struggle with that a little bit, trying to kind of link them up. I think I kind of figured it out, but I'm still letting you do most of the talking as to the power, what they mean, just to not out myself.
Because we learned that the Omens have 2 powers, one for transportation, one for destruction. And I think that's cool. I like it, kind of. I also think this is maybe one of the things that didn't hit for me as much. Like a rock ore is a weird, like nobody thought that was strange. Like
it's a pet rock.
Not the most useful ore on the planet, but
Yeah. It was, and I think that's kind of why I'm wondering. Like now that the Omens are dead, like what are we gonna do next? Because I feel like there's more space to expand on the magic a little bit more, and I'm wondering where book 2 is going to lead us potentially.
I completely agree. There's another thing that I want to talk about a little bit in terms of the Omens. We started talking about this a little bit earlier, which is the ways in which Omens gain power over time through storytelling. So we learned that the Abbess sort of spins this tale for all of the residents, and the Omens are just people. I really love that. I love that we like really start to interrogate like how do stories get to be beyond something other than stories? How do they like change the course of history? And I like that this book explores that. And I also like that the way that Bartholomew plays such a big role in that. And he keeps trying to tell Sybil, like, I think he says at one point, I wrote this down because I thought it was so sweet. He like keeps trying to say, would you like me to tell you a story? The one with the tragic beginning and the desolate, interminable middle. And she's like, I have no use for stories. Every time I was reading that, I was like, shut up, let him finish. Like, we're going to learn stuff here.
He's so freaking cute. How could you say no to him, too?
I know.
So, yeah.
But I did really love, I just think it was such a good way of, we start the book off with saying like a story is a bit of a lie. So she tells us what she's going to tell us.
Yes.
And then she tells us. And then she tells us why she told us.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like she did a good job at laying down like where the story was going to go. I don't think there was anything that was too out of left field, because I feel like she left, I'm going to use this breadcrumb effect, along the book that was going to tell us what was going to happen in a way. And I think if we were to reread, I think it's going to be like more obvious. But I love Rachel for doing that. Like, she's just weaving everything together.
I agree. I think the omens were really well thought out. I really like the chime one made me laugh. I thought it was funny, even though it was like the least climactic one, because they were like, I'm just going to snatch this from Avis real quick and move on about my day.
Yeah, we're good.
But yeah, it just well told. Just
Yeah.
well told. Any other random thoughts? I know you have random thoughts because they're written right here. They're called random thoughts.
Yes, I do have a section about that. Okay, we already talked about this.
So what do you think the hammer and chisel does? Because obviously that's the Abbas's thinking.
So,
Go ahead.
okay, well, let's wait. We're going to get to our
The
conspiracy
theories?
theories last. I do have a thought about that. It's a good question. I'm going to earmark it for the end. Let's go.
My random thoughts are very gory, man. Oh, no, I do have a nice one. Let's start with that one. One of my favorite quotes from Rory, and I think this one kind of hit my heart, it was, you don't have to be good or useful for someone to care about you. That man, dude.
I
Consent?
know. Can you tell like Rachel
Oh.
Gillig's been to a lot of therapy? Like
Yes. Oh.
chapter 2, consent. Like chapter 3, she says no to an unwanted advance. Like Rory's
love
doing
it.
things for her left and right. It's really beautiful. I agree.
That one kind of hit to my heart. And then on the opposite of that, why are people drinking blood? Oh my God.
The blood drinking seemed like highly unnecessary, and I did make me wonder, like, why is the abbess making them do that? Know that there's literally no purpose to it. Like, the spring is the magic. The blood has nothing to do with it.
Little iron deficiency.
She was just
The spring was in the blood.
But they have the diviners drink the blood of the people that they're divining, and I don't know that that's like strictly necessary. It was gross.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We couldn't do like a gentle kiss or
Yes.
something, like I don't know. There had to be something else. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
no,
kind of
you're
how I
right.
see it. It's like, here's my Catholic upbringing coming into place. Get ready. It's like drinking, like when you're drinking the blood of Christ and when you go to communion, right? Like that's kind of how I got it. And she's probably bringing in those things. Like, Catholic school was useful. There you go.
Paid off.
There you go.
They're like, you know what? She's probably going to be doing a podcast
Yeah.
about a book that gently
she needs to-
references this
yeah, she
in
needs
20
to-
years. We better
needs-
teach her about it.
She needs to be able to interpret what blood means.
Yeah,
There you
exactly
go.
right. Okay, let's move to Janelle's point. Let's talk about theories, and then
Yes.
we'll get to our last game.
Okay, what's your theory on this?
Okay, about the hammer and chisel. Do you have a theory on that? Because I do have a theory on that.
I do not have a theory on that.
I think the hammer and chisel allows them to recreate omens of some kind. So I think like we're going to have a
that could be.
resurgence somehow of omens. They can't just be gone, right? That would be very boring.
Okay, so that would make sense for book 2. Yes.
Yes.
They all killed each other.
Yes.
She recreated them.
Right.
Oh, good point.
Their little thingies.
But she can destroy elements with them too.
Yes. So you can create, I guess, the opposite. And
Like God, she's creating.
Exactly right. Yes.
oh, okay.
As Ariana says, God is a woman. And
That is.
that's, yeah. It's now our
Listen.
Sybil.
Loving the equality.
I'm just kidding. We're going to get like blacklisted from the store. These are just like, okay, maybe not this. Sorry.
I'm wondering if here's kind of what I'm envisioning is gonna be, we're gonna go into book 2. There's gonna be a wedding taking place pretty soon.
No, not a wedding.
There's gonna be a wedding.
I'm going to be so
There's
mad
going
if
to
that's
be
true.
a wedding where the little king boy is gonna make her married.
Oh, you think she's going to marry the little king?
I think
the
so.
tiny tiny little king.
There's a Shrek reference in there somewhere. But yeah, I think so. I think she's gonna have to potentially marry him to kind of give him some legitimacy with the citizens of this world.
I hope
You
he
don't think so?
dies. No, I don't know. I hope it's like a Princess Bride thing where like,
This book was Princess, yes.
Yes. Yeah, Princess Bride coded 1,000%. That's probably why I
Yes.
liked it so much.
Yeah, that actually really tracks.
He is our
and I didn't even see
Humperdinck.
it.
Humperdinck, Benji. There's like some similar.
Yeah.
They feel like of the same family. Yeah. Oh yes.
As you wish.
Wow. Really cracked it open.
Wow.
We're gonna just overlay this with Owen Wilson
Yes.
later, yes. Okay.
I love it.
Okay, I have a theory that because old Rory and our Bat-like Gargoyle mortally wounded almost
Yes.
toward the end, I think our Springwater is going to come into play there.
will.
And we're going to see, because otherwise Rory is human and we know that Sybil is not, right? She's started to move to the immortal. They've got to resolve that somehow.
I do see that she's probably gonna become the Oracle now because she's also gonna have to
The
drink
Abbess?
water, right? Because she's gonna turn
The
into a stone.
Tolis.
Yes.
Okay, so we've written the next book. We don't have to know.
Yeah. Okay. Is Rachel here somewhere? She
Yeah.
needs ideas.
We tried.
We tried. That's true.
In 1,000,000 years, did you think that you would have this emotional connection to a stone gargoyle shaped like a bat? I literally, like, look, my shirt. I had to shout him out.
Once it was the Bartholomew and the italics, I just
I know.
I was like, what is happening?
Bartholomew. And we learn, of course, that Bartholomew was
The
a young
original?
foundling boy, the original diviner, which, again, the abbess is a truly evil human.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see a show of hands. Oh, no, go.
Oh no, go ahead.
Show of hands, who's more evil, the abbess or Benji?
The Abbess.
Show of hands, in no way, you're just shouting out the answers. I don't
Yeah,
know why I said
Abbess.
that. No good way to do that. It's either yes or yes. Yeah. What were you going to say?
No, I was gonna say that I forgot to mention this in the diviner section. How they get picked are little children, women. I guess
Little children, women?
female children. words. But like little children that have been like suffering or like have been sick because they're able to tolerate pain a lot more. Also, women and pain, guys. I'm just saying.
I did like that she was like, look, we had a little boy at first. He could not
Yeah.
hack it. So we got a little girl instead.
I mean, but honestly, like, no offense to the boys, but when they do get sick with a little cold, then they're in bed for like 3 days. So I think that kind of tracks.
Look, I'm sorry. We're being judgmental.
I'm sorry, Dylan. So I really love that, and I forgot to call that out. That she was kind of giving a shout out to, or pain tolerance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, should we move to our very last game?
Let's
Okay,
do it.
Our very last game. I think. Wait. Do you want to explain our very last game? Which is called Interpret the Omens.
Ooh, it's just Pictionary. We just like to be.
We need one
intense.
guest to come up and grab a pen and some clues, and we're just going to go through as many as you can in 30 seconds.
Wow, that's a fast draw.
45 seconds?
Yeah, that's
45
fast.
seconds. Who wants to draw? They're really hard. I'm expecting.
Picasso level.
I hope
effort.
you all know how to draw a loom.
What is? Oh, I did have to Google what a loom is. Go, come, Janelle. Let's do it. You get a prize.
Well, you can give the prize to someone else in the audience. We're not forcing you to keep it. Okay, are we ready? 45 seconds. 45 seconds on the clock?
Oh, you can grab a little.
Oh, is not what I was hoping to hear after that.
Not 45 minutes.
No. We're going to have you write the book. And,
Okay, I'm ready.
okay, and go. I don't even know what these say, but.
We just yell it out.
Good job.
Wow, that was really good.
She is getting attacked by the paper.
Okay, we have a circle with a line and some squiggles.
A spider.
Oh, that was good.
Wow,
that was a
good
good
job.
chime.
10 seconds.
That's sort of the point of the game, I think. We're making it hard on you on purpose. Oh! That was so
good
good. We had a shield and a
job.
sword. That's time.
Good
so
job.
good.
Give it up. I was like, an alien spider? No.
In 10 years from now, when we have a group of 5,000 people, we're going to auction this off.
Yes. Yes, we should save it. Yeah. You did great, though.
That was beautiful. That
Good
was
job.
really, like, that was much better than I would have done.
You know, we might actually post this on our socials and
Yes.
see how many people get
I
it.
am sad because we had gargoyle in there, and I was really hoping someone of you would have to draw it, but alas.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, great
Yes.
job. Yes, we're going to keep the game
Okay.
going.
Can you come
Okay,
over?
you're
and
our social media
social
manager
idea.
for
I
now.
love it, please. Anything else?
I think that's all we have for tonight.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank
this was
you
so fun.
much. You all were the
Yeah,
best.
you guys were amazing. First live recording episode ever.
Yes.
So really,
not
thank
our
you.
last.
Not our last. Hopefully Jane will have us again.
Yes.
And
We're gonna
Oh,
draw
yes.
our winner, but we're gonna sign off first of our pod, and then
we'll do that.
Okay, you ready?
Okay. Thank you for listening to Literally Books, the podcast.
Where we say what we read.
And we mean what we say. Bye.